called Hakuna Matata, but because Zufi and Roshan look so much like Timon and Pumbaa. When I was younger, The Lion King was one of my favorite movies, but when I grew up, I realized that it's really, really dark. Like Simba had a dead parent, he got dethroned, he then went on to be raised by two foster dads, and somewhere in between, a creepy monkey drew a portrait of him on a tree. If something like that happened to me, and a guy came up to me and said, "Hey, don't worry, be happy, Hakuna Matata," I'd probably punch him. Like, that Tata, you optimistic primate. I hate that song so much. It doesn't make sense. Simba's uncle had one scratch on his face and they renamed him Scar. Does that seem like no worries for the rest of your days? The only problem-free philosophy would be in the beginning when they're holding up the newborn at the edge of the cliff. They should just drop them. So dead babies. I'm posted in the labor theater these days, and that's where we help with the deliveries and everything. And the moms are really nice. Like one of them wanted to name her child after me, but it turned out to be a boy. Also, my name in Kannada means 1 minute. It's a shifting trend from naming your child after where they were conceived to how long it took to conceive them. I read this thing the other day. It was on BuzzFeed. That wasn't the joke. I read this thing. There was a female shark, and she kept getting bumped into by this male shark. And she got really annoyed, so she ate him. Has feminism gone too far? Was Jaws actually about women empowerment? She should have just swiped left on him. We have all these things called real Barbies, you know? They have Barbies with different skin tones and body types and shapes and sizes and all. And it's so bad because like I'm still fatter than Fat Barbie. Like, where are the truly real Barbies? Like I want to see a quarter life crisis Barbie. I want to see regrets for tattoo Barbie. I would say feminist Barbie, but that's just a toy shark. I'm on my period Barbie. What about conquers public transport without getting molested Barbie? Differing standards. For example, we live in a place where it's more likely that you would see a guy in a ponytail than a girl with hairy armpits. Oh, hey Zufi. It's a girl has all girls have called a guy creepy at some point of time or the other. But the only way a guy would call a girl creepy is if he secretly found out that she had a penis. Like, the creepiest girl is a guy. When guys talk about one-night stands, you can be sure that he's wearing makeup on his neck to hide the hickeys. But when a girl talks about it, it could just be a shopping list, you know. Bhaiya, 3 lamps and 1 nightstand. And men and women are just like so different these days. Like we're devolving, you know, like we're devolving into this man's world. Like why else would we allow a place in Manipal to be called Cox and Mox? And it just gets worse from there. Like the other places could just be called names of bloopers of the Kama Sutra. Top of Zeal, 0 degrees, Mexican burrito. We're smarter than this. Like even on TV, all our role models these days are nerds, and they have so much to teach us. For example, Sherlock. Sherlock taught us the importance of phone passwords. But Walter White, he taught us that all of us work best in our underwears. But my favorite nerd taught me that whenever a guy is fumbling around in the bedroom too much, you just have to point and say, "That's my spot." All the women in the house, give me a cheer. Let me tell you something. never be afraid to speak up. I see women struggling to approach guys, and it's so relatable because I struggled to approach spiders in dark corners before I killed them. And it's so difficult being a girl in Manipal because the dating pool is so limited. You know, it's basically the choice between a guy who owns more than 8 superhero t-shirts, or one who considers FIFA his religion, or the other whose wittiest comeback in any situation is your mom. The only reason I dated any of them was because when I was talking to them, they were so stupid that to shut them up, I had to make out with them. It takes 8 minutes for sunlight to reach the earth, but it takes me only 2 minutes to regret all my past relationships. The only difference between a car and a guy's self-esteem is that I haven't destroyed a car using just my words. Guys are just delusional. Ask any of them if they're good in bed and all of them will say yes. And there's no way for us to know. I think us girls should have like a fair rating system, you know, like a Zomato for men. You know, have a picture, a few categories, like service, too quick. Ambience, too smelly. How was your overall eating out experience? I'm so close to opening up a place where women can just go and chill, you know, like a feminist retreat. I'm going to call it Mox the Cox.